continue. Wish my desk was actually clean, but it's not clean right now, so if you hear like clunks and stuff, sorry. That's the best I got for you. And I'm grabbing a root beer because root beer is delicious. Okay. Chapter 7, Part 3. Moments later, at the entrance to the Upper Kingdom.
We're running out of time, Anubarak. How far are we from the exits?
Not far. We have entered the Upper Kingdom. The exit should lead us to the base of the glacier itself. However, there are still hidden traps and pitfalls to account for.
Take cover!
Arthas!
The entire passage collapsed. There's no time to dig through this. I'll have to move quickly and find my own way out. Hopefully Anubarak and the others survived. Frostmourne hungers. Finally.
Oh, I got 10 minutes to escape.
I'll be singed if I get too close to those flames. Frostmourne hungers. I'll need this gold for when I reach the glacier. This is more like it. More of the Nerubians' blasted mechanisms. I'll have to time this perfectly.
Oh, crap.
Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Finally. Ah, at last.
Maybe the animate debt would have been a smart idea.
This is more gold. This might help us later.
Inventory
Take
is
that
full.
over
At last.
this.
Frostmourne hungers.
Okay.
Frostmourne hungers. Another quake?
Nope. Okay.
This is more like it. Finally.
Those claws of attack are actually really nice.
Ah, at last. Ah, at last. Finally. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Faithless coward. Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Finally. Ah, at last. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. This is more like it. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. Ah, at last. Tread lightly. Finally. This is more like it. No one orders me around. Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. This is more like it. Ah, at last. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers.
Why don't I put the Mana Stone on him?
Speak, fool. What is it now? Finally. Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it.
Hood of Cunning's good.
Finally. Ah, at last.
Potion of Healing. You could use that.
Ah, at last.
I mean, I didn't want to use my Mana Stone.
This is
I
more
prefer
like it.
the Mana Stone over anything.
Frostmourne. I must find a way across this strange obstacle. Ah, at last. This is more like it.
Oh my gosh.
Frostmourne hungers. Finally. This is more like it. Finally. Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Finally.
Inventory is full.
Ah, at last. Finally. Ah, at last. For the Lich King. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Finally. Speak, fool. Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Ah, at last. Finally. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like
Is it
it.
just the Ring of Protection?
Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Ah, at last. Finally.
Okay.
Ah, at last. Anubarak, you made it.
I see now why the Lich King chose you as his champion, Death Knight. Few men could have survived this labyrinth alone.
You're not 3
No
minutes.
one orders me around.
Probably not enough time.
Another earthquake. We must hurry, Death Knight.
Something's breaking through. Defensive positions!
I serve only the frozen throne.
Tread lightly. What is it now? Finally. Ah, at last. Speak, fool. What is it now? Frostmourne hungers. I'll make sure you suffer.
I have heard the summons.
Tread lightly. No one orders me around. Ah, at last. Finally.
We're running out of time. We must find the exit. Time is fleeting.
Speak, fool. This is more like it.
They're blocking the way to the exit. We'll have to fight our way through them to reach it.
Tread lightly. Speak, fool.
Oh, it's been completed. Okay, good.
What is it now?
My might cannot be matched.
No one orders me around. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Ah, at last. Ah, at last. Frostmourne hungers. Finally.
I have heard the summons.
Speak, fool.
Speak.
Tread lightly.
My might cannot be matched.
What is it now?
Time is fleeting. Kinky.
No one orders me around. This is more like it.
Yeah.
Speak, fool.
Probably shouldn't have used that last,
Now quickly.
Dude, but-
They through that door. The exit to the surface lies just beyond.
It'll be good to see the sun again.
Remember, Illidan and the true battle still await us in the world above. Hopefully our trek through the dark earth bought us the precious time we needed.
hopefully indeed. Okay. And I'll be back in just